Right now, as you're watching this, your cat is probably doing something that would make perfect sense if you spoke their language. Maybe they're sitting in that weird loaf position, staring at nothing. Or maybe they just walked into the room, looked at you, and started chattering at the wall. So picture this. You're a researcher studying animal behavior, and you decide to focus on house cats. Seems simple enough, right? They sleep, they eat, they purr. How complicated could it be? But then you start really watching them, and you realize that cats are doing dozens of bizarre things every single day that seem to make no sense whatsoever. Today, we're diving into 30 of the most bizarre things cats do, and what they actually trying to tell us. Trust me, by the end of this, you'll never look at your cat the same way again. The slow blink love letter. Let's start with something that looks simple but is actually profound. Your cat looks at you and blinks really, really slowly. Like they're in slow motion. Most people think their cat is just sleepy. But here's the twist. That slow blink is called a cat kiss. And it's basically your cat saying I love you in their own language. You can actually do it back, and most cats will return the gesture. It's like having a conversation made entirely of eyelids. The midnight racing 3 a.m. Dead quiet. Suddenly your cat becomes a furry missile, racing through the house like they've lost their mind. This isn't random chaos. Cats are naturally most active at dawn and dusk, when they'd normally be hunting in the wild. Those zoomies, that's pure hunting energy with nowhere to go. The gravity experiment. Your cat walks up to your table, looks you dead in the eye, and pushes your glass off. Not by accident. On purpose. What's happening here is part science experiment, part attention seeking. Cats are natural physicists, constantly testing how their world works, but they're also saying, hey, look at me. The kneading ritual, that thing where cats push their paws into you, like they're making dough. Most people know it comes from nursing behavior as kittens, but here's what's deeper. Adult cats only knead when they feel completely safe and loved. When your cat needs you, they're basically saying, you represent everything good in their world. The gift of death, dead mice, dead birds, sometimes just dead bugs. Your cat presents them to you like they've won an Olympic medal. Here's the reality. Your cat thinks you're a terrible hunter. You never catch anything, you just open cans. So they're trying to teach you how to survive. The window chatter. Your cat sits by the window, sees a bird, and starts making this weird clicking, chattering sound. That's not random noise. That's your cat practicing their killing bite. They're literally rehearsing the precise neck bite they'd use to catch that bird. The head bonk when your cat walks up and bumps their head against you. That's not an accident. That's one of the highest honors a cat can give you. Cats have scent glands on their heads. When they rub against you, they're marking you as family. The head bonk is them saying, you belong to me now. The loaf formation. You know that position where cats tuck all their paws under their body and look like a furry loaf of bread? This tells you exactly how your cat is feeling. Loafing means they're relaxed but alert. They feel safe enough to rest, but ready to move if needed. The elevator. But you petting your cat near their tail and suddenly their rear end shoots up in the air like they doing yoga. That's called elevator butt, and it means you hit their sweet spot. It's a leftover behavior from when their mom used to groom them there as kittens. The invisible prey. Your cat suddenly starts stalking something that isn't there. They're crouched low, pupils dilated, hunting absolutely nothing. Cats can see and hear things we can't. That dust particle floating in a sunbeam. To your cat, that's legitimate prey worth hunting. The food escort. Your cat meows at you, then walks toward their food bowl, looking back to make sure you're following. They're not just asking for food. They're inviting you to share a meal. In cat colonies, eating together is social bonding time. The bathroom buddy. Your cat follows you to the bathroom and just sits there while you do your business. In the wild, cats are vulnerable when they're eliminating. Your cat is basically offering to watch your back while you're in a vulnerable position. The cardboard obsession. Expensive cat bed. Ignored. Cardboard box. Pure gold. Boxes provide security, warmth, and stress relief. To a cat, a card box is like a fortress where they can observe without being observed. The purr that isn't happy. Most people think purring always means happiness. But cats also purr when they're stressed, sick, or dying. Purring releases endorphins that help with pain and anxiety. It's like a cat's built-in stress relief system. The tail telegraph. A cat's tail is like a mood ring. Straight up means confident. Puffed up means scared or angry. Twitching means they're focused or irritated. The tail is basically broadcasting your cat's emotional state in real time. The conversational meowing. Some cats meow back when you talk to them, like they're having a real conversation. Here's the thing, adult cats don't really meow at other cats. They developed meowing specifically to communicate with humans. The plastic bag addiction. Some cats are obsessed with licking or chewing plastic bags. The crinkly sound mimics prey movement, and some plastics contain animal fat that cats can smell. But too much plastic eating can be dangerous. The catnip craziness. Catnip turns some cats into furry lunatics, rolling around like they're having the time of their lives. Only about 70% of cats react to catnip. It triggers a temporary high that's completely harmless but looks absolutely insane. The staring contest. Your cat sits across the room and just stares at you with those intense eyes. This isn't creepy, it's affectionate. Cats don't waste energy staring at things that don't matter. If they're watching you, you're the most important thing in their world. The bread making on blankets. Cats don't just need people, they need blankets, pillows, even thin air sometimes. When cats need objects instead of people, they're often self-soothing. It's like a comfort behavior they use to feel secure. The water bowl avoidance. Your cat ignores their perfectly good water bowl and drinks from the faucet, toilet, or random puddles. Moving water tastes better and seems safer to cats. Still water in the wild could be stagnant or contaminated. The shoe obsession. Some cats are weirdly attracted to shoes, especially smelly ones. Shoes carry intense scent information about where you've been and what you've done. To a cat, your shoes are like reading your diary. The belly trap. Your cat rolls over and shows you their belly, but when you try to pet it, they attack your hand. The belly display is trust, not an invitation. When cats show their belly, they're saying they feel safe, but they still don't want to be touched there. The furniture scratching. Cats scratch furniture even when they have perfectly good scratching posts. Scratching isn't just claw maintenance, it's communication. Cats have scent glands in their paws, so scratching marks territory both visually and by scent. The weird sleeping positions. Cats sleep in the strangest positions, sometimes looking completely uncomfortable. Cats can sleep 12 to 16 hours a day, so they get creative with positions. Each position serves a purpose, whether it's temperature control, security, or just comfort. The plant-eating indoor. Cats sometimes eat houseplants, even though they're carnivores. This might be instinct driving them to get nutrients they're missing, or it could be for digestive help. But many houseplants are toxic to cats. The chirping at birds. Besides chattering, cats sometimes make chirping sounds at birds. Some researchers think this is cats trying to mimic bird sounds to lure prey closer. It's like acoustic camouflage. The rejection of expensive toys. You buy an expensive cat toy, and your cat ignores it completely. Cats often prefer simple things that trigger their hunting instincts. A crumpled piece of paper might be more interesting than a fancy electronic toy. The following you around. Your cat follows you from room to room like a furry shadow. This is actually a huge compliment. Your cat has chosen you as their favorite human and wants to be near you. You're their security blanket. So there you have it. 30 behaviors that seem completely random but are actually part of this incredibly complex communication system that cats have developed over thousands of years. And here's what gets me about all of this. Cats have never stopped being wild animals. They've just figured out how to be wild animals who also love us. Every weird thing they do, every strange ritual, every bizarre habit, it's all rooted in survival instincts and social behaviors that kept their ancestors alive. But they've adapted these behaviors specifically for life with humans. They've essentially created a whole new language just for us. The problem is, we're usually too busy to pay attention. We see the behaviors as annoying or weird instead of seeing them as communication. That cat knocking things off your table isn't being destructive, they're trying to get your attention. That cat bringing you dead mice isn't being gross, they're trying to take care of you. That cat following you to the bathroom isn't being clingy, they're offering protection. Once you start understanding what your cat is actually saying, everything changes. You realize you're not just living with a pet, you're living with a complex, intelligent creature who has feelings, needs, and a whole lot to say. Your cat has been trying to have a relationship with you this entire time. The question is, are you finally ready to listen? Because when you do, when you really start paying attention to what your cat is telling you, you discover that you don't just have a pet. You have a friend who's been trying to tell you they love you, every single day, in the only language they know. If this opened your eyes to what your cat has been trying to tell you, hit that like button. And if you want to keep learning the secret languages of our pets, make sure you subscribe. Your cat's probably doing something meaningful right now. Maybe go check on them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.